Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Apple Dreadnoughts and to the Spanish campaign, where any attempt to get rid of the nationalists is basically doomed to failure. They seem to be very popular. I can't really raise unrest too much. So yeah, I'm just going to have to deal with it for now. Relations-wise, Project Amigos is going quite well, apart from with Italy. We're almost ready to go against them. 9 months until the Intrepidos are finished. Now this one, the Hercules, which will be stationed over here in the Pacific, I kind of want to make sure I have some force over here. It's not completely unlike the AI to wander off and attack over there. And the Italians do have this stuff. There's no guarantee I'll be able to use the Panama Canal, so potentially in a war we could sail from Manila and hit Italian Somaliland, basically. But most of the fighting is going to be over Sardinia, I would imagine. Taking Sicily, yeah, we might be able to pull that off. Maybe. Finances are still not looking great. I've had to cut things back to 80%, because our economy is really not keeping up with the demands. Although, yeah, we're still trading blows with Japan at the bottom of the pile. Research-wise, got anything interesting coming up? Don't know what that is. Destroyer 1s, that'll be super useful. That lets us replace our torpedo boats. Yeah, no, nothing there. Multiple expansion engine. No, nothing too serious. Although we should get the Mark II 12-inch gun relatively soon, and that'll be a nice opportunity to get the Intrepidos refitted and kind of fitted with anything else that we managed to research in between. But it's quite quiet, somewhat on purpose. Basically trying to avoid anything that impacts GDP, because that is kind of what we need to try and boost as much as possible. But yeah, I'll see you in 1899, unless something dramatic happens. Alright, welcome back. I've just unlocked the Mark II 6-inch gun, and that means it's time to get the Conde de Venaditos refitted to equip the new gun, which is very exciting. So they get these new... Although these look older, the Mark IIs, they are in fact newer. We don't have anything there. That's already got a triple expansion engine. They don't need induced armor. Get nickel steel, double bottom hull, and reinforced bulkheads. A flooding system. A few other things. But that will put them overweight. I wonder, could we be very, very cheeky? Add bulk back to the ship. Yeah, that makes it worse. That's what I thought. But sometimes you can... No. Still fuel. Need to get off coal as quickly as possible. That's why I was increasing the draft, to offset the fact that I was going to reduce the fuel slider by a touch. 2 months to do that. Sounds good to me. Okay. It's now May, and we get the option to invade Morocco. It does need 40,000 tons, but I am going to approve it because it just makes a lot of sense for us. Where is the other battleship? Yeah, up here in Barcelona. We got any other armoured cruisers around? Light, yeah, 2 from Corona. Let's see if we're getting close to the right amount with that. No. Yes. Although it's not great, it's only 42%. Let's get some light cruisers in as well. See if that helps. Well, there's another heavy over there. I'm trying to have these fleets not merge together, if I can avoid it. How's that destroyer coming along? Oh, next month. Cool. Right, let's see if that improves our chances a bit. Oh, the Italians. Yes, that's Italian incompetence. Okay, destroyer 1, and we also get the 17-inch torpedo. Very nice. What's this up to now? 58. It's hardly great, but I'm not going to get it much higher than that. It's also costing us a lot of money. I'm going to cut this back to 50 and 60%. We're not going to. As research gets more and more expensive, we're going to fall further and further behind. Yes, I think we get a destroyer. Now, if you watched my Spanish succession campaign, you'll know just how useful these ships could actually be. I think 850 is going to be the limit here, but we're going to go minimum beam, minimum draft. Alessandro Pereiro, yeah. It's going to be Astro Diablo. Right. Got the advanced tower, very nice. And then 30 knots is going to be pushing it. We'll try that with a triple stack. Actually, we could go American, get a quad stack destroyer. You do get the armed towers, because I'm not sure what I'm going to be arming this with. Assuming a 5-inch gun doesn't fit in there. No. Yeah, let's. I nearly always go with a 3-inch gun on the destroyer one. Let's go for something a bit different. Let's go for a slightly bigger and better design with 5-inch guns, because why not? Just assuming I can get them to fit. Yes, I can. And then, oops. And then one on the back and a twin torp launcher behind it. Something like that. Probably single shot from these. Destroyers don't tend to get a second shot, at least not when I'm playing them. Not bad, not bad. These 5-inch 38s, about half an inch. Okay. Yeah, 0.5, 0.2, 0.1. It's actually all looking pretty reasonable to me in terms of armor and things. I like it. I actually really like this. It definitely looks like a destroyer of the era. I mean, I'm not overly familiar with US destroyers in the late 19th, early 20th century, but I know they did. It does look a little bit more modern. It looks like a World War I destroyer, basically. But yeah, that's a sizable upgrade over our little torpedo boats. Nice picture of it. There we go. Okay, we'll save that, and let's look into how many of these we can build. Actually, how much are they compared to torpedo boats? Torpedo boats were like, yeah, nothing. These are 4 million each, so they're about a third of the price of our current light cruiser. But I think they'll cause quite a lot of problems. I would basically want to build as many of these as I can. Because these will really, really help us. Okay, this is where budget comes into it. I can only afford to build 3 at the moment, but I am going to mothball all of the torpedo boats apart from the Galicia, which is at sea. Because, yeah, I can't afford to build more, unless I cut this back to 50%. And that would let me build another 4. But I'm going to kind of keep building these as much as I possibly can. Of course, we are spending a lot of money with ships at sea. And we'll see how this goes. So I'll see you in, 4 months or so, and see how this invasion has gone. Okay, we did manage to gain control of Morocco. That's really nice. Most of the torpedo boats have now been sold. I also got a conquest for the Dominican Republic. It's only a 21% chance, though, so it doesn't seem super likely. But at least now I can order the ships back into port, get them back on limited, mothball that torpedo boat, and hopefully we can start pumping out destroyers. Right. Should be all of them back in port. Yes, it is. Nah, chance was too low. The game loves throwing you conquest missions when you're busy and can't respond. It's like, oh yeah, you're in the middle of like trying to invade. You know, you're in the middle of a war and you're trying to invade, I don't know, something really difficult to take, like southern England. It's like, hey, do you want a conquest mission over here on the other side of the globe that requires 1 million tons? You're like, no. No, I don't want that. Right. Galicia, you go into mothballs. Everyone who ended up on sea control, please go on limited. Good. Actually, we're getting some destroyers. Going to be finished in a month. That's nice. But let's lay down a block 2, so we have 12 million to play with. Let's go for 15. So that we get a fair number of them. And these are going to be, this is going to basically be the backbone of our fleet for quite a while, probably. Yeah, we're going to be very reliant on destroyers, light cruisers, the odd heavy cruiser for a long time. Because, yeah, sure we can maintain a small battleship fleet, maybe the odd battle cruiser, but we're not going to have massive fleets of big ships. Yep. Alright, that's all the torpedo boats sold. The Astro Diablos are commissioning up. Lovely stuff. It's the 20th century. Also good stuff. And we're looking over here. Oh, Japan. Amigos? Italy still doesn't like us, but hasn't gotten to the stage of war yet. The only thing we don't really have a decisive advantage in, well, light cruisers, but also they I don't know, actually. I think we're pretty even. I did get a new cruiser, the Armoured Cruiser 4. Oh. I mean, it's not a bad hull. It just, it doesn't look, it looks like a semi-armoured cruiser. So no. We'll leave that out just so that we can have a really aesthetically pleasing fleet. Plus, I don't really need new heavy cruisers. We've already got 9 of them. What are we getting research-wise? Nothing. Engines. I'm going to pop a priority into engines to give us multiple expansion engines. I'm trying to rush turbines, but there's only so much you can rush. Yeah, here comes the Mark II 12-inch in about a year. In fact, those now line up, so that's perfect for doing a refit. And we're working on the Mark II 7-inch. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess I'll see you in a year's time. Okay, there we go. We now got the 12-inch Mark II, along with the expansion engine upgrade. So now we can view the Intrepidos and get them refitted to the Mark II 12-inch. Very nice. Okay, that's going to need a slight adjustment. That one's fine. A 39 is a really weird caliber. Can you make them 40s? Yes. The 5-inch are a weird length as well. 46. Let's make them 45s. And the 3-inch... fine, 33. Okay. Well, that's a nice little upgrade. Have we got any other upgrades we can do? Bigger torpedoes. Ooh, TNT. Cap shells. Double bottom. Improved anti-flash. The engine upgrade, which gives us a fair bit of weight back. And that's it. I'm going to save that weight. I'm not quite sure what to do with these ships long term. They're pretty nice for a pre-Dreadnought. They could serve modernized as colonial, basically heavy in an armored cruiser role. Once we get Dreadnoughts, but Yeah, not bad. Not bad. I mean, if we eventually replace these with triple or even quadruple turrets, we could do French style. We could keep them in service for a while. But yeah, I'm not doing a Hoarders campaign or anything like that. So it'll depend, and we'll have to see what's what. But yeah, so far this is seeming like a really solid little bath toy. Anyway, I'm going to go get those refitting and have a look at the state of things. Okay, I think, looking at things, like the Intrepidos will be refitted soon. We have our destroyers, we have relatively up-to-date cruisers. Now is the time, I think, this could be a big mistake, to make a little push on Italy. Because our fleet size exceeds theirs. They're not building much. Yeah, I think we're going to increase tension with Italy. That should push things to the point where war is possible. It's basically how I'm seeing it. Oh, the French are taking Mauritania. Oh well. Yes. Okay. Well, I'll see you either at the end of the year or if I manage to get a war going. Well, come August, we have indeed gotten a war going between us and Italy. So, I'm going to have to reorganise my finances here because I'm pretty sure that if we... I shouldn't need the Bay of Biscay ships or the Caribbean ships. North Atlantic, no. What, all the Mediterranean ships? There we go. On sea control. And everyone else to in being. Okay. We're then going to send the fleet from Cadiz to sit off Cagliari, and the fleet from Barcelona to sit off Olbia. Hopefully we'll get a port strike on one of those, and that will let us start an invasion. But I'm not even sure I have 100,000 tons there. Maybe I do. We'll have to see. And then I think we up crew training. I am still expanding the shipyard, but we up our technology spending a little bit as well. Let's see if we get any action immediately. We do. A port strike. Lovely. Boom. Now this is where I find out that, yeah, I don't have enough. So, I am going to have to recall the Hercules. You can join this fleet. And I want to bring the San Salvador with you. And we'll just sit here trying to port strike Sardinia. Basically. And try and get some battles. Hopefully it doesn't take them too long to get over here. I don't even know if that's going to be enough, but it at least gives me a chance. We might have to do this the old-fashioned way of just getting enough VP to take Sardinia off the Italians. Okay, another port strike. Lovely. Some fights. Oh, defense. Okay, so we have 2 Italian armoured cruisers. Noticeably, they're still using iron plate. Interesting. Not... Wow, one is way more expensive than the other, which is interesting. Anyway, let's do it. Let's get some fighting done. Now let's have the bouncing stop, please. Please with the bouncing. Physics engine load. There we go. Yes. Now we can really test out our designs. I was pleased to see that they had very little in the way of high quality armour on their ships. Not expecting hits at... Well, say that and then immediately do get one. Do have to be careful of that torpedo boat, of course. Also have to be careful that they don't sneak up to the transports, which are armed, which is very, very helpful. Let's swing the guns around. What's their torpedo range? Oh, 900 meters. Okay. That's good. Nice hit. I'm not really returning fire very much. Oh, I'm out of their range? The fuck? What kind of gun are you using? Mark 1, 25 caliber. I mean, being able to shoot you from outside your range suits me fine. See if you can take out the Cersei. Oh, that was a good hit. Bit of flooding on the San Marco. And another bit of flooding on the San Marco. So let me talk about another change I've made. How ships flood in version 2 of the mod is a little bit different. So in the vanilla, there are basically 10 compartments on the bottom of the ship. In the vanilla game, if 6.5 of them are flooded, the ship sinks, but that means that you can sink a ship without piercing its citadel, because often ships will have a citadel that's about 3 compartments. So I've changed that to 75%. And it seems to be working quite well. The flooding bar makes a bit more sense to me now. Come on, can you finish them off? Because we're going to have to move on to the other one. Well, they might sink from that. 1%, 0.8, 0.5, 0.2, dead. Lovely. This is the best the Italians have to offer. Which it might be. Remember, they don't have any battleships. They only have heavy cruisers. Could be in serious trouble. I didn't actually look at them. Oh wow, no armour at all. Jesus. These things are going to die instantly. they done any damage? No. It was me thinking I was going to get a bit of a challenge, but those are trash tier ships. They're only 6.5 million each, though. That seems like a 80-90 design to me. Where'd you go, torpedo boat? Gonna come fight me? Yeah, look, a little dent. It's all the St. Thomas of Aquinas has to worry about. Where is that torpedo boat? Has it just buggered off? Not a bad decision, given that the two armoured cruisers got completely destroyed. Nope. Bye. Okay. Well, San Tomas de Aquino. That is, to be honest, exemplary performance. Exemplary. Right, let's head back to the map. Okay, we also have, we're attacking a convoy, which is nice. The Valiente is taking on the Falco, a Goito class light cruiser. The Orania, an Orania, this is a Greek ship. Interesting. They also have a torpedo boat, 4 transports, and we have 2 of our destroyers, the Sanchez and the Segura. Okay. So we'll get to test all of our ships except the battleship. That's always nice. Right, the destroyers are going to be way faster. Actually, torpedoes off for you. Let's see if we can find the enemy. These things bounce around a bit, but otherwise I think they're looking really good. Is the game changed my AA settings again? It bloody has. Apologies for that. I was looking at these bits and they were looking up. I mean, there's still a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Right, that is not a light cruiser. That's the torpedo boat. Now, one of the changes the mod makes is higher rates of fire. These things have a rate of fire of 5.5 rounds a minute. Which makes them fairly usable. Oh, yeah, look at that. Big hits on that poor little torpedo boat. Yeah, they're going to be pretty outclassed, I would imagine. They're not sinking, though. Where is the light cruiser? Oh, they're at the back. Okay. Transports, are they armed? No. Well, that's helpful. Right. I think we try and finish off the torpedo boat, first of all. And then we'll try and deal with the light cruisers. Yeah, I think I made a boo-boo with naval invasions. I don't think I have 100,000 tons to use unless I brought every single ship, which slight oversight on my part, but it's fine. I'll just pop the ships back in port. But I will bring the battleship back over. I think it is going to be needed. Let's have a look at the light cruisers. This is the Urania. Oh, okay. Oh, it's one of those weird ones with a big gun on the back. The Falco's not bad, layout-wise. It's got some armour on it. It's very slow. Speaking of very slow, can you finish them off, please? Right, I'm going to split you two. I want you on the Falco. And I want you on the Urania. Close in and see if you can get a torp off. Ah, they're turning. That's unfortunate. Torpedo away. Torpedo away. Thank you. Oh, we got a hit. I was too busy microing. It's very dangerous for the Falco. Orania. Oh, might get a hit as well here. Destroyers are very dangerous early on. Oh, it's a dud. Never mind. Good effort. You still trying to kill the torpedo boat? There you are. It's because the torpedo boat isn't trying to close in. Right, you go after the transports, please. Okay, finally got him. Falco sinks. Torpedo hit proving deadly. I want some AP on this. Oh, actually, no, that's the less armoured one. Still, some good damage there. Yeah, oh, that might be terminal flooding, actually. Yep, it is. Pretty pleased though, the destroyers have been doing fantastic work. I mean, actually, if you compare them to our light cruisers are carrying 2 6-inch guns. The destroyers are carrying 3 5-inch guns. So they're pretty heavily armed. They're very fast for the era, 30 knots. That transport is doomed. Might as well surrender. There we go. Lovely stuff. Another victory for Spain. Well, all's going well. Ooh. Excuse me. Hiccups. All's going well so far. And I think with that, I'll say thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.